Mindful Life Practice community.
Let's start our yin practice today in a child's pose. You can come onto your hands and knees and tap your toes together, and then walk your arms down the mat and rest your forehead. As you drop into stillness and drop into your shape, drop into your body and drop into your practice. Begin to find and feel your breath. A lot of us live in our thoughts about the past or our worries about the future. And I love this whole idea of anchoring to our breath as it's the only thing that's happening in the now. Or it's not that it's the only thing that's happening in the now, it is one thing that is only happening in the now. Each breath. Let yourself kind of fall deeper into stillness. So the intention for our practice tonight is going to revolve around the theme of Saucha. Saucha is cleanliness. It can be interpreted in many ways. On a literal sense, maybe physical cleanliness showing up on the mat. But I also like to think it's like kind of housekeeping of everything. The mind, the body, the space that we're physically in. So set an intention for your practice, whether it revolves around one of those themes, or maybe it's something else entirely. And then we'll take a few more breaths in this shape. And then we're just going to slowly start to roll up all the way up out of that child's pose. And if you have a bolster or a pillow nearby, we're going to use it for the next pose. So you're going to snuggle your right hip towards the bolster or the pillow, and then you're going to have your right leg almost like on a 90-degree angle. And then have your left knee, so if you have your legs stacked, you're just going to pull your left knee back so that the left knee is going to be on the inside of the right sole of foot. And then you're just going to slowly start to peel your body so that you're spiraling your heart towards this pillow or this bolster. And then if you want to even twist through the neck, you're going to send your left earlobe down onto the bolster. And so we're going to be in this spinal twist for about 3 minutes. So when I think of the Niyama Saucha, I think of spinal twists. And I've heard lots of yoga teachers say over the years that spinal twists are detoxifying. And I often like to think of the metaphor of like a wet washcloth. And you're wringing out a wet washcloth that's kind of been accumulated with stuff. And you're just kind of releasing whatever junk gets picked up along the way. I think the practice of Saucha is an important one. I was going on my alcohol-free journey. I remember going alcohol free, I started kind of putting more effort into or caring about how I looked in the morning. I feel like I had more time and energy for that. And even just the simple things like brushing my teeth before bed or washing my face, they kind of go a long way into how you're overall feeling. Let's take a few more breaths into this spiral. And then we're going to slowly start to come all the way up. And then we'll just revolve into neutral for one moment. And then just stay for a moment and kind of feel the effects of that pose. I love pausing after an asymmetrical pose because you can really feel the impact. And then we'll go the opposite way. So we're going to snuggle our left hip and then snuggle the right knee in towards the left sole of foot. And then start to spiral your body all the way down so that you're twisting the opposite way. Snuggling in here for 3 minutes as well. So I not only was taking better care of myself physically when I got sober, but I also was starting to take better care of my apartment. Cleaning up. Things around me. Got better at organizing. And I found that when my physical space was a bit more organized, I felt lighter. I often speak of sobriety as like a ripple effect because I also started eating healthier. which is also a way of practicing Saucha too. Cleanliness of the diet. So maybe there's anything that comes up about ways that you can kind of embody or practice Saucha in your life. Take another breath in your twist. And then we're going to come all the way up. And then just unwind. And then keeping our hips at the base of the pillow or the bolster, you're going to lay your spine down and let your knees open, and then place one hand on the heart and one hand on the navel. Dropping into your butterfly pose. I think ultimately our yoga practice is a practice of Saucha as well. Right? It's a practice of releasing all of the trauma and all of the tension that is physically stored in our body. And releasing it so that we can live lighter. Stay in this butterfly shape for just a few more breaths. And then we're going to make our way into a final resting pose. So just extending through the legs and sliding the cushion towards the side. Letting your back body be heavy. Getting anything you need to feel comfortable, like a pillow or a blanket or socks. Let all of your limbs be heavy and rooted and supported by the earth that is holding you here. And allow this pose and this moment to be like a container. Container to hold you as you process this practice. Know that I'm going to bring you back in a few moments when the time is up. Give your fingers and your toes a wake up wiggle. Running a nice sweeping stretch from your fingers all the way through your toes. Curl your knees into your chest. Give your body a sweet little hug. Thanking it for moving you through your day and your life in this practice. And then just start to make your way up to your seated shape in no rush. Placing the palms at the heart center and lengthening through the spine. And then just softening the shoulders. Closing with our intention. And it's that our practice remain steady and our efforts remain continuous. And that our yoga serves and benefits not just ourselves, but all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe and happy and healthy and free. And may the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So we'll finish with Om. We'll inhale and exhale. Inhale through to make the Om. So taking a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Thank you so much for joining me, for sharing this space and the practice. Light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Namaste.